just a brief rant. This kind of gets into some things we've seen in the economy of recent, and the economies of like Greece and some of the other countries. And so I'm just coming out of some things that I kind of jotted down on paper. In a way they're not related, but in a way they are related. So I'll just start from the part about remarking on the reserve oil that they're tapping into to help alleviate the high price of gasoline and oil and whatnot. They've gone into the strategic oil reserves. So they pull out of this reserve oil in response to instability in the Mideast. The instability that America largely causes and maintains. So it pushes the prices down a little. Nice. Sting the commodity speculators, is it? Hence the market takes a dive. Because they are spooked into a sell-off. But who's selling, really? Is it the algorithm? It uses triggers and thresholds to buy and sell zillions of shares and commodities, maybe with some statistical forensics. We can learn who the algorithm works for. Or does it have something to do with Greece about to go belly up? Because it actually leaves American banks exposed to about $130 billion. And you know that's going to just lead to another sort of bailout. So let's watch and see how that turns out. Regarding the debt ceiling and the budgets and all that sort of stuff, let's get into this. I know some people have said we really can't do some of this because we're going to start hyperinflation, and we don't want to have hyperinflation. But let's get into my little rant about hyperinflation. By all means and measures, we should be seeing hyperinflation by now, given the bailouts, the stimulus, the war spending on multiple front wars, quantitative easing over and over again. And the only thing that seems to go up is the cost of medical care and CEO salaries. Wages have not kept up, union or otherwise. Now that credit has been tapped dry, there's no demand, hence no upward pressure on prices. Those trillions printed, well, not really printed, they just edit a number in a computer, and it doesn't end up in consumers' hands. Money in the database creates no demand. So the next step is to create demand by producing artificial scarcity. That way they can squeeze the last drop of blood out of the turnip. So many rant about excessive wages, like $50,000 per year. Excessive for who? A third world nation with an unemployed beggar? Americans, you've been robbed. Moving all that production to China means they expect you to be paid like the average Chinese worker, shut up like the average Chinese worker, and obey the totalitarian police state. The captains of industry have been assimilated. And now they are molding your psyche to get with the program. American people, it's your move now. Are you okay with that? Is the case of executive wages, that they are so many times that of the average worker. So in regards to that, I have to say, well, you can give a couple of top execs huge bonuses, and maybe they'll buy something big or invest or save. But the effect is small and limited. The real solution to the economy is to increase worker wages and benefits to match the ratios of the 1950s and 60s of worker to CEO salaries, that ratio. Millions of people won't squirrel away the money. they'll spend it and fire up the economy. They'll spend the wages, not take on more debt, contrary to the popular belief these days. And I think that's the key to getting the economy back off the ground. Getting people employed, getting them paid well, and having the wages go up. You know, it might cause inflation, but you know what that will do? If everybody comes up with inflation together, it will make the debt melt away. And the only people who don't want the debt to melt away, well, you put it together. That's all I have to say for now. So until later, be seeing ya.